What's a Puerto Rican? I wanted to prove how the island was called Puerto Rico and was actually a Hebrew in a Muslim land before Christopher Columbus came around. And Puerto Rico is now the original name of the island, but it was Borinquen and how it got its name. The reason I'm making this video is because I actually get asked if I'm Puerto Rican, and I normally say no. I'm Boricua, and I always get that stupid look like, what? And what do you mean Boricua, but you're not Puerto Rican? And they think that that don't make sense. And I tried to tell them that I'm not even Christian. And again, people actually look at me like, what Christianity got to do with Puerto Ricans? And I always try to explain, but everything has to do with Christianity. See, no one can be Puerto Rican and claim another religion. There's no such thing as a Puerto Rican Buddhist. They can't be a Muslim Puerto Rican at the same time. Can't be any other religion other Christianity. I mean, I'll explain. Let me explain. Most of the people that consider themselves Puerto Rican is because they don't know or acknowledge any real history of the island or America in general before 1492. So if everyone just stuck on history pertaining to Christopher Columbus or Cristóbal Colón, which is a title and not his actual real name, because his real name was really Salvador Salco. He was working under Aragon Castillo family. And I could go deeper, but I'm gonna stay there anyway. Anyway, before Christopher Columbus, there was a Prince Henry, which he was known at. There was a prince named Henry. He was known as Henry the Navigator, and he was from Portugal. And in the early 1400s, again 1400s, which his father was King John or Juan from the House of Avis in Portugal, in Porto, Portugal. Now Henry knew about Mansa Musa and his brother Suleiman Musa, which came to America in the early 1300s, almost 200 years before Christopher Columbus. So Mansa Musa and Suleiman was Muslim, mainly from the part of Mali, which is now the so-called part of Africa. Mansa Musa was known for being the richest man in the world, even by Christianity, even by Christians. He was always given a goal every time when he went to the jihad to go to Mecca. But anyway, so Henry went to look for those unknown places where Suleiman was gone to, and so with Prince Henry and King John, he started the Age of Discovery with the Pope, which means that any land that wasn't Christian, and a Christian could claim it, and it is being signed by the Pope. Now in Spain, there was the Spanish Inquisition. I don't know if a lot of people understand that the Spanish Inquisition, which was forcing the Hebrew Jews and all type of Muslims to convert to Christianity or die, or you had to leave. You had to leave the peninsula. A lot of the people didn't want to convert, so they went to the so-called America because they knew about Suleiman and Mansa Musa had gone to. Now, Christopher Columbus or Salvador Salco was really a Jew that converted to Christianity. Columbus left one day. He left pretty much he left one day before the deadline from the Jews to get out of Spain. But before that, Henry, decades before, had got to navigate looking for the western part of Africa and America. All that was Mali areas. Now Columbus went to discover in the name of Spain, but there was a certain area that was claimed by the King Juan and Prince Henry before Columbus. So in that sense, Columbus couldn't claim it under Spain because it was under Portugal. So the Pope Alexander came with the Treaty of Tordesilla, which divided the new world between Spain and Portugal. So they divided as the west part of Africa and part of America belongs to Portugal, and the other half of America belongs to Spain. That's why Brazil speaks Portuguese. So when it comes to the Antillas, which is the islands, Borinquen was the breaking point. Now let me explain the name from Borinquen, which Borinquen means blessed place or the early morning, and Hebrew or Muslim or Arabic. See, Carib is Hebrew Muslim, which means close. So Caribbean means close to the sun. Anno means sun. That's where you get the word year. Anno, the sun. Now, so the Caribbean means close to the sun, because all those people were close to the equator. Anyway, now Puerto Rico on the Treaty of Tordesilla is the breaking point. That island was called Borinquen, but was given Puerto Rico, which Puerto Rico was the capital because in Portugal, the capital of Portugal was Porto, but it was by the King John. So Borinquen being the new Portugal, but it's Porto of Henry, because Henry claimed it, because Henry he claimed it. I've been saying King John in English and Henry, but if in Spanish and Portuguese, it's Juan and Enrique. Juan, John, Henry, Enrique. So to refer to Borinquen, Christian call it Puerto de Enrique, which anyone, if you say it's a fast, it sounds like Puerto Rican. So Puerto Rican was the name that stood. But Boricua is a Muslim or a Moro or a Jibaro. Jibaro, which is Hebrew, Jibaro is really Hebrew. But Christian made it bad to be a Jibaro. Because like King Juan, Enrique passed the land to the Catholic religion. So Puerto Ricans became the whole land, and the capital was San Juan, as in Puerto. Anyway, so again, there's no way any Puerto Rican can be any religion but Christian. You can't even be called an Indian or Taino, because the Indian was attacked by the Catholics, which came from Europe. That's why Puerto Rican was considered illegal aliens until when Puerto Rico got the citizen in 1917 with the Jones Act. But the title Puerto Rican is really European by the Portuguese aspect of it. Puerto Ricans speak Spanish. European language, which is a real authority language, is in France. Because Spain was Andalus, which was a Muslim country. So the same way they changed Andalus to Spain to be known as a Catholic place, Borinquen got changed to be known as Puerto Rico as to be under the Christian authority. Now that's why the emblem of San Juan has a Bible. What Indian had a Bible? Before Christianity, what Indian had a Bible? The original people was Jibaro, Tainos or Moros, which were Muslims. So again, I don't believe in Christianity, nor do I think I'm property of Prince Henry or Enrique. That's why I'm Moro Boricua, and I'm not Puerto Rican. Hopefully this brought more clarity. The same goes to some Dominicans. You can't be Dominican and believe in another religion. This should help to understand why Spanish people are considered illegal aliens, even though they're in the Americas. I hope this makes it clear. I try to make it very brief, but this is what it is.